What is up, players? It's Warboss Tay up in this mug. Welcome to day 2 of my April boot camp for the Summer Painting Challenge 2023. I've decided that I'm not going to show the entire painting session because this one did run pretty long and even twice as fast sped up, which is as fast as I do want to go. I think going 4 times as fast at like warp speed, you don't see anything. It's just a waste of time. So 2 times the speed is pretty good, and I'm just going to be showing the juiciest bits of all of my painting sessions. So you're going to be seeing that I've already painted on the red shoulder pads for all of my guys, and I've also painted up the Mornfang brown leather bits. But for my tank here, I'm going to be getting all the silver on, and this is just lead belcher. I'm painting according to the box art. I've took a look at some examples that I found online for Raven Guard specific tanks like this, and I think the box art painting with the silver where the silver goes is just, it makes a lot more sense. So this tank is really at this point pretty good. It's in pretty good shape. I've got to paint the driver, and there are a couple of colors I do want to get, like the yellow, bright yellow headlamps, and maybe some of the highlights. And then I can get down to the transfers, and if I can, do that little netting effect that I wanted. Add some rolled up camouflage netting that I'm going to drape over the back. I'm really looking forward to that. The other bit of progress that I showed today, I think might either be the Mornfang brown on the leather, or I did also get the parchment strips onto the models. So that's the Rakarth flesh on all of the parchment. I painted red on all of the shoulder pads. It's coming along really well, guys. I think I'm on track. I'm not gonna jinx myself, but if I can keep up a steady pace, then all I have to really focus on for the next couple of days, other than the fine details like the skin and the transfers, of course. The major thing that's going to need to go across all of the models are the silver paints, like the lead belcher, and then I'm going to have to bring up all of the black paints and the highlights. So we're going to be doing those. Oh man, I am ready to hit the sack. But day 2 was a success. I'm super pleased with how it went. Let's get on to the daily question. I am stuck with the last model that I finished painting as a roommate for one day. How messed up is that? Okay, well, I have to actually think back to the last model that I finished painting, because the last models that I worked on were these guys actually last year. The last model that I finished painting, I believe, would have been a Kingdom Death model, and it would be one of the armor sets. And I think it's one of the heroes that are wearing the screaming goat armor. So it's pretty scary because these guys wear their skulls and their fur, and like it's one of those games where you make use of every part of the animal. And I think this guy that I painted up, yeah, I do remember this guy that I painted up was draped in some furs and had a lot of horn skull ornaments. Very creepy, like that movie Donnie Darko. It kind of looked like that as the mask, the bunny head. Very creepy. I probably would not be too happy, very scared. And, I just shut my door because it is a hero. So it's not like the guy's going to be trying to kill me or anything. But I don't know. You never know. Kingdom Death, it's a crazy game. So I'll just lock my door and I should be okay. It's not like a monster. I didn't paint like a dragon or anything. So I'm not going to be running for my life. But yeah, creepy looking guy. Probably gonna want to stay out of the kitchen and just wait until he leaves before I come out. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already, and definitely head over to the Discord. We've got people posting their progress every day for the April boot camp. I'm already thinking, do I want to stay with my Imperial Guard Cadia Stands box set? Do I want to build that up and work on that, or is there something else that I think I might be actually able to complete this year? I might need to scale it down to maybe just the infantry squad. I might need to scale it down to just like the command squad or one of the artillery pieces, or maybe the Sentinel. I don't know. I'm looking at my schedule, and I think this is something everybody who does a project should do. Look at your schedule, see realistically how much time do you have to devote to the hobby. It is a huge, huge time commitment to do a painting challenge. As much fun as it looks to knock out these models when you see someone like Play It Painted just churning out the work day in and day out, or even like my old projects, I used to love doing a whole battle force, a whole box set of a bunch of different regiments and units. I don't have the time to do it anymore. And so a lot of people get discouraged if you think you can do something and turns out you have to scale back your commitment. Just don't worry about it. Dive in. We've all got models that need painting. And if you need to scale back from an entire vanguard or combat patrol to maybe just a couple models, then hey, there's no shame in it. Just keep on working. That's the best thing you can do. And hey, if you want to engage your brain, then to get through these painting sessions, if you feel like you can't focus or you can't concentrate, I was watching this program on Gaia, which is like a network that I get through my Amazon subscription. It's funny, my lady boss actually turned me onto it because there's, all these crazy extraterrestrial shows and stuff, but it's got also like a lot of great scientific shows about like the brain and nutrition and health and wellness and stuff. So, becoming a father and having my daddy brain kicked into overdrive basically means that most of the space in my brain I used to keep for hobbying is now shutting down. So I watched this great show called Rewired, and it was about the brain waves and the brain activity that we have when we're engaged in various tasks throughout the day, and how to help your brain to rewire itself or to get into what I call the flow state. I don't remember if it was like beta brainwave patterns or theta brainwave patterns. The guy broke it down. It was so interesting. It's long. These are long programs though. They're like an hour each, and the guy goes so quickly through every single point. It's so much great information. But get yourself into the flow state, and you're going to find that the time passes and your progress goes. It's not like you're inching your progress along, but you're going to feel your brushes going faster. You're actually knocking out the work that you have to do, and your brain is doing all the work and you hardly feel it. So do whatever you need to do. Put on some good music, relaxing music. Make sure that you're warm enough or cool enough, and just knock it out and have a great time painting. That's what our hobby is so enjoyable with, is having a great time painting. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you in the next video, and we'll do a little wrap up right now. Before we move on any further, I gotta say thank you to my patrons, Daniel Sprinkle, Play It Painted, Dicey Guy, and Pix. Thank you so much for supporting the studio. If you would like to join them and become a patron of my studio, the link is down below in the description. So with day 2 in the bag, I'm looking pretty optimistic about my chances. Started the silvers on the tank, which I think was a big load off of my mind. Getting the tracks, or not the tracks, but I guess the floaty bar parts all done, and the bars and all the silver bits around the tank. So I'm pretty happy that that is out of the way. I'm also happy I got the reds finished, as well as the Mornfang brown on the leather. I was afraid that that would have been a huge soul drain for me, but that's done. And I also got the parchment Rakarth flesh laid down. So really, I'm looking at now getting the silver and the black armor. I think that's going to be the big hurdles for the rest of my project. Days 3, 4, and 5 is going to be painting, putting down the lead belcher, and then the highlights for the silver, and then getting the armor to be highlight up with the gray paints, and then just cleaning it up with Abaddon black so that those lines are nice and clean. But very happy with it, and thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Head over to the Discord if you're not already there. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and leave me a comment before you go. All right, see you in the next one. Latest, players.